closer home. In Jammu and Kashmir, separatist leader Anees Shah Geelani's grandson managed to bag an out-of-turn job in 2016 with the Jammu and Kashmir government. Geelani's grandson was appointed as the research officer in the Sher-e-Kashmir International Convention Complex, a subsidiary wing of the J&K Tourism Department, flouting rules of recruitment policy of the state government. Now, sources also say that the pensionable job fetches an annual salary of 12 lakh rupees. Former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Umar Abdullah, has slammed Geelani's grandson, saying, and I quote him, "If backdoor appointments are wrong, then they are wrong for everyone, including S.A. Geelani's grandson, period." Now, breaking inputs coming in just now. The Jammu and Kashmir government has released a statement on the grandson appointment issue. The government says, and I quote the statement now, "He was appointed through proper selection process and on merit," unquote. That's the one-line statement we're getting from the Jammu and Kashmir government, who say that this was not an out-of-turn promotion or an appointment and not a backdoor entry, as the opposition in Jammu and Kashmir, including Umar Abdullah, is claiming. They say the appointment was kosher and there's nothing wrong with it. More breaking reactions coming in on the story now. Let's take a look.
Recruitment, which was done in SKICC. Over 100 applications were received for the post, and based on merit, a screening was done for some people to be invited for the interview. 32 of them, for sure, did participate in the interview process, and one individual, based on all these merits, did qualify for the post, and he was appointed. In this due process, if somebody now turns out that this individual is the grandson of Syed Ali Geelani, should not be a disqualification for him, because then it would be an antithesis to the idea of the equality that our own laws and rules and constitution gives us.
You know, there are two facets to this development. One, that this individual is the grandson of the Hurriyat chairman. The second facet is that of the greater issue of backdoor appointments, and we have been raising this issue that certain high-profile backdoor appointments are being made at the behest of the Chief Minister of the state. This is a department that she heads, and from what we are getting to know, allegedly this was done through a senior bureaucrat in the state government at the CM's personal insistence. As far as Geelani Saab's case is concerned, one, there should be a greater inquiry into the matter of backdoor appointments by this government. Second, as far as Geelani Saab's issue is concerned, see, Geelani Saab's grandson, as a citizen of this country, has every right to aspire for a government job he qualifies for. But if he uses the...
Nobody is challenging his grandson's right to get a job. But having said that, with lakhs of people being unemployed and thousands on the streets as daily wages for recruitment, the government cannot bypass the rules and flout the norms and do backdoor entries. This is a tragedy that while the youth are suffering, you are giving backdoor appointments. This speaks volumes about the procedure. And the saddest part is that this pertains to a department headed by the Chief Minister herself.
All right, let's go across to Arish Bilal in Srinagar for more on this. Arish, like the NC spokesperson was saying right now, there are two aspects that the opposition is looking at right now. One, of course, is the larger issue of backdoor appointments. And two, it becomes all the more complicated since he is a separatist leader's son. What is the government really saying? And is there talk of pressure being put by a senior bureaucrat in the government to make sure a separatist grandson gets a government job, a government that the separatist himself opposes?
Well, that's a third. In fact, nobody here is against the appointment of Syed Ali Geelani's grandson in the SKICC. But the point which is being made here, if the rules were bended to accommodate the separatist son. So this is the allegation that is being leveled by various, not only the applicants who had applied for this job, but also the mainstream politicians, saying that this is an appeasement policy of the PDP-BJP government. And remember, the appointment has taken place at a time when the Kashmir Valley was literally burning. So the allegation which is being leveled by the National Conference has definitely some weight, wherein it is said that it was an appeasement policy where a senior bureaucrat of the state government was engaged to appoint Syed Ali Geelani's grandson. So also we have been talking to some of the applicants, though because they did not want to come on the camera for obvious reasons, but they have been telling us that some very unwarranted modifications were made in the initial advertisement that was published in the local newspapers. Initially, it was said in the notification that only MBA candidates can apply for the job. But when 196 candidates applied, then it was modified and the 70% marks cutoff was put one of the conditions. And later on, we are told that another corrigenda was published. So this definitely was being done allegedly to accommodate the grandson of Syed
All
Ali
right,
Shah.
Arish, we'll leave it there. Thank you for the details. We move on now.